In fact, the more that you all look at it, I would say especially you, Exeter, being a Typherian, and probably you, a halfling from Typhris who knows your ways around. True. Though, I guess I thought of you as being more... Oh, that's right, you're raised by humans even though. Okay, so the more...
Von Tassel.
Yes, Von Tassel is very much a human surname. The more that you all look over this map, you're pretty confident that those are ancient Tarathi runes, a script used in the heyday of Bel Tarath 2 eras prior.
What is this, a treasure map? I've seen many fakes in my day.
Well, let's see, Tarathi runes. Is there anybody here in
Maybe a
town
tiefling
that would be able to
around,
do it? Yeah, I mean, if we had a tiefling.
You all could make history checks to try to decipher these runes.
Yeah, sure.
These were tieflings, so it's not going to be incredibly different than common.
I got a 2.
I got a 4.
4 and a 2 are not good enough.
18.
You can kind of make out what some of the individual characters are, but you don't piece together any whole words. You're not quite sure. You're close, but you don't quite have it.
I assume that'll be displayed in the video.
Is there anybody that we know of so far here in Wolfmore that might be able to help us out with this a little bit? I mean, I assume that the map's not in there because it's garbage. I mean, it's got to be worth something.
Wandering folk.
Old Bel Tarathian language.
Perhaps you could speak with your caravan friend who advises Lord Wolfmore. Skriva was the name, I believe.
Huh. Oh, you got me confused with somebody else, dude. I'm here by myself.
Unfortunately, this one looks at you and it's like, I don't know who this Devistani is.
Yeah.
But you all could make a streetwise check.
Right, streetwise.
16?
7.
16, 7, and
10.
less. You ask around, and most people that you ask are just kind of like, "Oh, this is no time for reading maps. We are celebrating." You don't really come across anyone who deciphers ancient Tarathi runes.
Stinking drunks.
You do, however, run across a group of tough-looking warrior men, and they say, "How much you want for that map? Treasure maps are always worthwhile."
Hey, suck it, this is my map. I just wanted somebody to help me read it. You want a prize? You go reach a hand in that filthy bucket over there.
Okay, so that is that for the moment. You all take your looks over this thing. You can't quite make it out, but it obviously is leading to some locations. What do you all want to do? There are no current pressing matters otherwise.
I guess I'm okay with getting drunk and sleeping it off.
Of course.
At a party.
The party shall run its course, but on the morrow, perhaps.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not just gonna go tromping off at one of these places. I mean, I definitely want to explore them, but I'd really like to know what I'm walking into. Just because I'm curious doesn't mean I'm reckless. So I would like to take another crack at finding somebody that might be able to help me out.
So I think it's safe to assume that you all continue the rest of the evening celebrating and doing whatever it is that you would most like to do. And
I'm not much for the celebrating here. I'm kind of staying in the back on a low hanging branch of a tree, kind of squatting there with one hand on the branch, hiding off in the shadow there, just watching everybody.
I keep an eye on this one, but I go about, just looking around, enjoying the night, and trying to be ever vigilant against filthy lycanthropes.
it is truly an obsession of yours.
I hate them for what I am.
Okay, so the night goes through well, or at least as you see fit, and the next day comes, and it is a very, very late morning for most people, as they had quite the revelry the night prior. So the next morning, you all probably get up, maybe the halfling's a little hungover, but you regroup, the three of you who had been speaking the night before, either knowing each other from your minor exploits, or perhaps you're already an adventuring party. or perhaps you just met at this party. Nonetheless, you have something in front of you that is begging the question. What are these places? What might be worthwhile there?
What is this? What is this?
Are we adventurers or are we not?
Surely there's some sort of local sage we might be able to speak to, possibly.
Surely there is some sort of local sage.
Surely I would know of this local sage.
We should definitely do more streetwise checks, as we are now no longer in the midst of a massive celebration.
6.
22?
Excellent. The halfling and the revenant both come into contact with a local who points you in the direction of a woman by the name of Oswald.
Greetings, Oswald.
Greetings. She is a tiefling woman, and she has dark eyes, and one of her horns looks badly damaged, as if it was badly burnt at some point in the past.
We have...
I am Oswald. Have you come to have your fortunes read?
No. I got this map here.
It is
and,
not you to tell me my fate. I already know that.
She jingles a few trinkets in her palm and says,
Do not be so sure of such things.
Tell me what you will, but it has not have been told to me before.
I see the hand of Lady Death caresses your face.
With all the love she has.
Love, cold and dark.
Yeah.
Ah, I see you have something peculiar you have brought. Come, little man. Do not be afraid of Oswald.
Oh, afraid ain't the word. I just want to know what this stinking map says.
Tarathi runes, easy enough to decipher for a fee.
Alright, how much?
I think you have 13 gold coins in one of your pockets.
Yeah, what about it?
You give me the shiny, I give you the information.
Hey now, I put a lot of work into getting these here gold coins.
I don't think 13 gold coins is worth just reading some words to us. Let's intimidate.
Okay.
18?
18. Okay. She looks at you and says, It looks like you have a chance to make a lesser offer to her.
Let's go.
I think 5. Just for reading some words to us.
I was gonna say 7, but half.
Okay, you place 7 gold coins in front of her. She snatches the map up and she looks it over. She says, "This here reads Mag Velarathane. It would be some sort of tower. This here reads Key Collector. This reads Infernal Circle. And this Vault of Gold. I think the treasure map is leading you here."
Infernal Circle? Do you know more about this place?
I know what infernal circles are. It was, there were a number of them back in the days of Beltrath. Nothing that you would know about, just simply the Trathi attempting to make bargains with devils. They had to have locations to perform regular rituals. There'll be ruins nowadays.
Alright, since we have kind of coerced her a little bit, I would like to roll an insight to make sure that she is not just making stuff up, since we're...
Go ahead.
13.
13. She's being honest and accurate and scholarly.
Alright. So we've got Key Collector, Infernal Circle.
Mog Velarathane, Key Collector, Infernal Circle, and Vault of Gold
Is that port town?
is not.
Where's the port town at?
Findath Lore would be down here.
No. There was one up here, right?
Belseth Lore, the capital, would be up here to the north.
Okay, and that's a port city.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, gold sounds good. I'm a fan of it.
Perhaps a treasure map.
Perhaps where the map's owner buried his or her fortune. Best of luck to you.
She slides the map over to you and grumbles something about low payment.
Yeah. What do you say, guys? Saddle up, ride out.
I'm kind of interested in that infernal circle, and it's there on the way.
You're welcome to write on it. It's your map. All right, so it is set. Does everybody feel prepared to make off their trek into the Dark Vale Forest?
Maybe we need another person to accompany us.
Yeah. I'm pretty much ready to go. At least to go check it out.
Like I said, I might want to stop at the infernal circle on our way there.
It's been some time since I've traveled so far from Wolfmoor.
It's in a straight line.
It does seem awfully convenient. I'm hard-pressed to find a reason to argue with you.
Okay. So you all feel prepared enough?
Grrr, down, great thing. I know. There is
So
something
basically what's
wrong
going to be
with
happening
this
here
one.
is you are going to be traveling through the Dark Vale Forest.
So you don't
Basically
want
wilderness travel here.
lycanthropes around here. Okay.
I have killed several of
Is this
small
heavy forest, or is
rats.
this something light enough to where I could stay on my horse?
Sounds like something
There-
on my
There are no roads.
work.
Every once in a
Yes.
while,
I
there
should
will
love
be
to find a
old,
werewolf
overgrown paths
and
or
bring him
game
to
trails.
to his knees.
You
Beg
could
for
take a
mercy
horse
before I end him.
if you wanted. It's not so thick as to prevent horses moving through it.
Maybe someday I'll accompany
I don't
you
know,
and
with something
find
that big.
these.
Probably be
I've never
just as
seen
fast
it
as
with
a
my
walk.
eyes.
Prove yourself in battle in the times to come, and it very well may be so.
Okay, so if everybody's ready, you are setting off,
Si, senor.
and you are estimating that it's going to take you about a day and a half to get to this infernal circle of travel to the Dark Vale.
And this was the key holder?
Key collector is what it seems to
Key
translate.
collector. Let's do some kind of history or some kind of check on that
Yes.
before we go.
Nope.
History.
Not exactly my strong suit.
I have a 21 history.
Not bad. You do not recall any historical figures known as the key collector.
No historical information about this location.
No, nothing at all about this location here.
Weird.
Many things could be obscured. Why would there
Could
be
be
a record
obscure,
of it?
or it could be not pertaining to anything historical.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, let's start.
So you
talking
you head
about
off into the Dark Vale Forest. The forest gets its name mainly from the fact that the canopy creates a very shadowy effect, which is not unusual for forests, but it is a very shaded and rich location that you travel through. It's a temperate forest. It is early spring, so it is most likely overcast skies and cool weather. This will be a skill challenge for traveling. We will do this kind of on a per day basis. We will need one character who can make nature checks to navigate the party.
Not I.
There are other individual checks which you could make to aid in your party's progress. Things such as athletics, diplomacy, perform, perception checks. You can always aid nature with your own nature, or you can just make a nature check.
Bluff?
If you can tell me what you're using bluff for. The first thing that we need to do in per round of the skill challenge is for someone to make the nature check.
I'm no stranger to the wilds. Let me see that map. 14.
14.
Yeah,
Okay.
you roll low, and that's what happened.
Well, you have definitely set foot into the Dark Vale, though you're not incredibly confident of exactly where you're heading.
Well, I'm not going to say that at all to anyone.
You are navigating your party, though you are questioning exactly
Is the,
how
uh,
well.
Is
Alright.
the like weather around here like is it hot or cold?
Again, it is early spring
Early spring.
in Typhus, so it will be cool and likely overcast. Okay, so you are Moving/wandering. And the first thing that you come upon is a clearing in the Dark Vale. And it's a very peculiar sight, because in the middle of this clearing, there is a set of stone stairs. And they are extending upwards some 30 feet, this large stone stair. And that's it. It's just a solitary stair that just ends on a small platform, just out in the middle of the clearing. And atop it meditates a female, unlike any woman you've ever seen before. She must be very tall, and she has deep indigo-colored skin, deep dark indigo skin. And as you get closer, you'll notice some strange markings on her body.
I'll just kind of walk up so I am on the ground below the high part of the stair, so basically below her.
You're pretty much right below her. Sure.
Yeah.
You can even see she has a pretty hefty-looking pack next to her, and it looks like it's filled with an assortment of baubles and pieces and little metal bits.
Okay. Well, from down here, I'm just gonna start yelling, "Hey! Hey! What are you doing up there on the stairs?"
Upon having seen this, the wolf and I would like to stealth and flank.
Okay. Do you have any care as to what your character's doing?
I'm doing what I normally do. I kind of just stand off in the distance. My long hair kind of blows in the wind.
Okay.
Just have
He's gonna put on a show. I'm gonna try to be hidden and watch. See
I
what
keep
happens.
this ominous stare off in the distance at all times.
And what about you, O lady atop the lone stair?
She opens her eyes and stands up.
I'm pretty sure
You
me
see
and the
the
wolf are hidden.
you
pretty
see the
good.
woman come out of her trance-like state and stand up. Do you care about this little fellow that's screaming at you?
Hey, what's at the top of the stairs? What's going on? What are these stairs doing out here in the middle of the woods? Is this your house?
The tall lady is poised and rather unflinching as she just looks at you calmly and says no.
I'll read her description, I guess.
You already read the description.
Actually, no. I think this would be a good time to read the descriptions of the characters. Go ahead.
Okay. Standing at a towering 6'6", slender as a willow, with ankle-length white hair falling down her back. She has indigo-hued skin with markings as white as her hair and eyes. She wears leather armor under flowing cloth robes of deep purple with silver embroidery of wings. And she has a staff next to her, as well as her backpack.
You notice it's like these shadows kind of start looming around my body, and you see my body just dart off into the forest. This is a stealth check.
Okay.
27. Like a minute later, you see my guy standing on the backside of the stairs staring up at her. You are a strange-looking one. Beautiful indeed.
And what do you look like?
I'm somewhat, I somewhat look like a human, except for I'm very much taller than one, but at the same time really, really lanky, with a molted gray skin. I have this long black matted hair. It doesn't look like I take very good care of it. I just let it blow in the wind. I'm wearing this clad black scale mail with a heavy shield of the same color and style made out of this dark-looking steel here
Ah, yes.
with this black flowing cape.
Your face is something like a pale mask, or can they not see it underneath the helmet? Or Revenant has the pale mask-like face.
Oh yeah.